Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're staying healthy. So this is something I've been meaning to do for a while, and today we are going to do an apartment tour. That's right. For those of you who haven't kept up on the Z-Man Cinematic Universe lore, I am no longer living in Fukui. I live in Tokyo now. Moved out there in late summer 2019. And it's been a little over a year since I moved out, and I finally got my apartment the way I wanted to. And today we're going to tour the apartment. Right now you're just looking outside. This is my view from my window, and yeah, it's a really nice fall day in Tokyo. So let's stay inside and check out the crash pad. So this is the walkway, the entranceway. Nothing exciting right here. My place, this door leads directly outside, so you always gotta make sure you have the double locks on. And if you have a lot of shoes, like I don't have that many, but it's really nice having this kind of shoe rack right here, and that place to hold your umbrella. And I often lose or forget my umbrella just about everywhere. So yeah, not much too interesting right here, just walkway. As always, take off your shoes, and I live on the second story of this apartment building, so let's go upstairs where all the interesting stuff happens. Alright, here is the coat rack. I bought this earlier this year. Bought this earlier this year because I just having all these coats in my closet took up a lot of space, and I wanted more space in my closet, so I bought this thing. That white thing right here, I forgot what this actually is supposed to do, but I made this little jerry rig where I just tied some strings to it, and now that's where I put my wallet, my keys, my mask, and anything else I need to throw in my pocket before I go. It isn't perfect, but you know, we all have our little systems to make sure we don't forget our stuff, and this has been working for me. Sega Saturn bag, which is pretty boss, and my normal bag. So yeah, again, not much interesting stuff here. Over here, we got my old PC. I think there's a service I can use to like take this away and recycle it, but I don't know yet. And this bag is full of bags. Not much interesting stuff in there, but you want your bags. I like my recyclable bags. Anyway, now we're in the kitchen. This is my fitness bike. Yes, I actually use this thing. I'm going to use it as soon as I get done editing this video because I like to do my cardio. I bought this earlier this year during the whole lockdown thing, like around March, I reckon. And I definitely used it a lot. Like, did an hour every day for those like 2-3 months here in Japan. And for the record, at time of recording, the lockdown has been ended since June. And I've been going to work every day. So, I want to go back to being a degenerate. Over here is the kitchen rack. We got 1 bag of protein and 2 bags of protein, chocolate flavor and vanilla. And down here we got some creatine, you know, get them gains. And two bins, 1 full of rice, 1 full of oats. I usually do meal prep. I'll show you what that is in a second. And I do like my oats, I like my oats. I got that really cheap. Like, a lot of stuff from my apartment when I initially moved in, I bought it from someone who was moving out, and I basically bought the entire apartment for like $150 roughly, and that included this thing right here, this toaster, but I haven't used it yet because the cord is actually really short on it. But I do use this rice cooker very often. In fact, I just used it to make my food for the week. And I also got this shelf for pretty cheap. Basically, this whole kitchen was unusable when I first moved in because there's no kitchen space, there's no anything here to really like prepare food. So I had to buy something to adjust really quick. I had to buy something so I can you know, cook for myself. A lot of people in Tokyo usually eat out every night. Not too many people cook for themselves, but just because space is so limited. But you know, I bought this and it works. That's the big thing, it works. Over here, this is where I cook food and all my dishes. Kind of a mess right now. It's a bit of a messy system, but hey, you know what? It works, and that's all that matters. And down there's nothing much interesting down there. Just some bullshit cleaning supplies and stuff like that. So here's the fridge. Just a bunch of bullshit. Over here we got a lot of like spices and sauces and stuff like that. A little bit of the old the black Nika whiskey. I have to be careful how I pronounce that. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. So what I do for my meal prep is that I basically cut a bunch of veggies and I make a bunch of rice and I just throw them in the rice cooker together. So, and then when it cools down, I throw them in here, and I basically have food for like a good 4 days. Just throw some sauce in the pan, and it is delicious. And a bunch of drinks, soy milk, some tea, a little bit of soda because I was getting a little bit drunk here last night. I didn't go out for Halloween, but I wanted to drink anyway, so I had a bunch of good old whiskey cola, one of my favorites, and I got some salads too, and lots of water. I love my liquids, as you can clearly see. And this is the freezer. Not much in there besides some frozen meats. Yeah, I have a bag of Kit Kats in here, and I don't know why. They're the green tea flavor, and I like my green tea, but I don't like the green tea Kit Kats. And up here is my microwave, which I use fairly often. Got some Kirby glasses, and that black thing right there is that's where I put my glasses at when I'm wearing my contacts. I'm wearing my contacts at time of recording. And something nifty I bought early on. I got this off of Amazon. When you're in Tokyo, remember, space is at a premium, so you should probably find some stuff like this. It's a little magnetic rack where I keep my spices, got my multivitamins, got my strainer, and paper towels and some cup sets. So yeah, you're always looking for little creative solutions for space in Tokyo, and this is definitely something I do not regret buying at all. Shower, I bathe in here. Not much else to say. Pro tip: when you're living in Japan, always clean that thing out. That's where like all your hair goes and like all the like gross things. So you gotta clean that out at least once a week, otherwise it gets pretty gnarly in there. And the toilet, and some cleaning supplies, and some other like stuff like that. Not much interesting stuff here. Yeah, let's get out of the toilets. I got this chair early on. That was one of the things I bought when I first moved here, and when I bought a bunch of stuff. And this chair was included in it. I have a new chair now, but it just kind of sits out here because I have nowhere to put it. That washer works really well, and that was included in the big purchase. And there's my laundry hamper. The only thing I would like to get is they do have these laundry racks that fit in right over here that you can put over your washing machine. I just haven't been able to find one for cheap yet, or one that really fits this little, I think the word is a clove is the word I want to use here. So it's kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Before I show you like the actual fun stuff of the apartment, I'll show you some of the storage solutions I have. So that right there, that dresser I got for free, and it was a pain in the ass to get over here because I had to look at through the train stations, and that thing was way heavier than I expected it to. But I got it, it's free, and it just sits there, and it holds my clothes. Up there, move the camera, is just more storage and some of my toys. Again, just like no matter where you live at or no matter where you move, you're always going to find like a bunch of papers that you really need, just important documents you need to hold on to, cables that you're not sure what they go to, but you need to keep them anyway. So that's what that is, just a bunch of important stuff. And of course, that's where all my stuffed animals sit at. And Techie, if you're watching this, I will send you your orders soon-ish. I gotta stop being lazy. Get that focus. There's the closet. Up there. Lots and lots of boxes for stuff that I may or may not need to ship home at some point. All my shirts. Got a lot more t-shirts and band shirts. I don't have as much closet space as I did back in Fukui. I mean, it is what it is, but, you know, you just kind of have to deal with it. But, you know, we make do. There's even more storage behind this plastic container right here. Just a lot of odds and ends, like undershirts and stuff like that. Tape, string, my old laptop. My Wii U is actually in the top dresser, and just in case I ever want to play the Wii U. I did actually hook it up not too long ago because I really wanted to play Sonic Racing Transformed. I really like that game. Sega, port that to the Switch, please, as well as your other games like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Jet Set Radio Nights, Geyser Arcadia, and I'll move on. But yeah, just storage in the closet as normal. Hi, hello, there's me, double fisting the microphone and the camera. So anyway, this is the main room, where I spend basically most of my time here, whenever I'm just chilling at my apartment. So yeah, I'll just go through everything little by little. We also start here first. Mirror, you gotta get a mirror when you're in Tokyo. Like, the bathroom mirrors are pretty small, so having this full body mirror is really nice to make sure your fit is fly before you go hit up the streets of Shibuya or Kabukicho and get a little bit too drunk, because I've done that quite a few times. Got some weights here, picked these up last year when I first moved here, because I didn't have enough money for a gym membership, so I picked these up. They're pretty light, but during the lockdown, the whole quarantine thing, they were really nice to have just to, move a little bit. You weren't getting those gains, but it was nice just to, lift a bit. You could see me in the TV reflection. So this is the entertainment setup. You got some slimes, a lot of my plushies here. I only have the PS4 and the Switch hooked up right now. I don't really play the Wii U or the PlayStation 3 all that much unless I really need footage or something, or if I'm focusing on a game that needs to be played on either of the systems. But yeah, it works really well. I got this TV for pretty cheap too. Yeah, that's the thing about Tokyo. A lot of people, it's such a transient city. Like, so many people are moving, so many people are either going back to their home countries or moving to a different city or moving to a different apartment, that you can get a lot of stuff for pretty cheap if you keep your eyes out. Like, this TV normally sells for like, I don't know, $400, but I picked it up for about $150, which is a really good deal. It's lagless, good speakers on it, and it's really nice for like just chilling back and watching some movies and playing some games on. But I need some friends over here to play some games with. So yeah, holla at your boy. A lot of controllers. In that case right there, here, those are all my disc games for the Wii U, because it's really hard to display your games here. And got some slimes too. Sorry if the camera keeps on going in and out of focus. I'm using the full servo because I'm doing this one-handed and it is kind of difficult. But anyway, let's move on. Posters. It's kind of hard to hang up posters here in Japan because a lot of landlords here are sticklers and assholes. So if they find even like the smallest thing, they're going to charge you out the ass to fix it. So I found a solution. So let me get a little bit closer here. Here's my Smash Brothers poster I got from EVO 2018. So what I do is that I use a little bit of masking tape, so it's like, really light and really weak tape, and some paper clips, and they hold in place. The walls are not damaged, and it's been working really well. So yeah, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, Train the Martyrs, that was a sick show. Got to party with all those dudes. Very, very, very sick dudes. Persona 5, and Gunbird 2, really good game. Over here is the PC setup. The PC's down there. I got that PC earlier this year with that with the Abe money, the Abe relief check. Abe was the former Prime Minister of Japan. There's still a little bit of work I need to do on it. I need to get more cooling for it, but once I get that done, it'll be pretty nice. Dual monitors. I need to get a new monitor. Like, that works fine. Like, the one HDMI port works fine, but the other HDMI port is fucked. So I'm gonna get a new monitor, but for now that works well as it is. And some of my figures I'll move up a little bit closer for you guys. There we go. Got all the figures. And yeah, some of these, okay, the Gundam and those two blue hair chicks in the back, those ones I got from the Crane Games. I picked up from a game store, and she was only like $20, which was a steal. And just some other odds and ends up here. The little Sega corner with the mini micro Mega Drive and the Sega keychain. It's pretty sick. And that is a Super Smash Brothers bandana right there. I was trying to hang it up, but it just didn't want to stay up. And for the record, this chair is actually new. I bought this earlier this year because I was going to be sitting at home, not doing a whole lot, so I needed a better chair, and this chair works excellently. And here is all the games. All the games. I actually had to sell a lot of my retro stuff, like a lot of my Dreamcast, my Famicom stuff when I moved. I just did not have the money to, I didn't have the money at the time, and I just needed the extra cash, and that was the easiest thing to sell, so I sold a bunch of my stuff. But and honestly, I don't really miss any of that stuff because I wasn't really playing with it a whole lot. But it would be nice to have him back. But for now, at least I have all my Switch games, my PS4 games, just some random like books and stuff, new headset, all my hard drives that contain past data of the Z-Man show. So yeah, when you want to get your game on, this is where you go. And just one more interesting thing. I don't really have a balcony. I have this little ledge. But you have these hooks right here. So you're supposed to buy a laundry pole, which I did, and I'm doing my laundry right now. So I'm getting my clothes dry. But say if it's wintertime or it's raining out and you want to get your clothes dry, so what do? You take the laundry pole and you put it through these hooks right here, and there you go. I wanted to get a loft bed for this apartment so I could have a couch and a bed, but because of these stupid things and the air conditioning unit, it was just the wrong size to get a loft bed. But it is what it is. But yeah, that's about all that is for the apartment. So let's wrap this up. Anyway, and finally we end here on the sofa bed. This is my most recent purchase of the apartment as of November 2020, and yeah, it was a nice purchase because it's comfortable. It goes into a bed. There's a little ottoman here that I can move around, and it's actually really comfortable to sleep in. But I'll put up a little thing right now of how I changed it from bed mode to sofa mode. So whenever I want to just chill out, just play some games, this is gaming mode right now. And I think that's about it. Other than the fact that I keep my keep some stuff in here too. Like there's two little drawers here, and I keep my my PlayStation 3 in one of them because I just didn't have anywhere else to put it. But yeah, there's my little slice of heaven, my little haven in Tokyo. You know what? I like living in Tokyo a lot, honestly. It's a pretty busy place, a lot of crazy things happening all the time, but it's a nice place. And my rent here is actually not that bad, and even though I do live kind of far from Metro Tokyo, like say Shibuya or Shinjuku, I do live in a good proximity to places like Akihabara and Ueno. I can bike there easily, and you know, it works for me. I think the biggest things about living in Tokyo is how far you're willing to commute for work, and how much you're willing to spend on like storage and the newness of your building. Because this building was built in 2015 and it feels like it's really solid. Electricity use, even though I can have like 3 monitors running at once plus the AC, my electric bill is no more than like $4,000 a month, and it just works. But definitely the biggest thing you got to be wary about if you are moving to Tokyo is storage, because again, you don't have a lot of space. And if you do, you're probably paying out the nose for it. But you got to be creative with your storage. You got to be really selective with what you have in your apartment, and just enjoy it. You know, it's a nice place to live at. I really loved living in Tokyo, and here's to many more years living out here. So I think I'll leave it at that. Sorry if I sound out of breath right now. I really don't know why. And yeah, I think that's about it. So if you like this video, guys, let me know in the comment section. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on the social media, Twitter, Instagram at Zmings. And I think I'm going to drink some water and get right on my fitness bike. So later, everybody. Have a good one.